What is up, guys? This is Mateo's 2020 Politics here. So I haven't actually gone in front of the camera and talked much lately, but I want to do a quick video because I didn't really see it necessary to actually make a whole prediction on the computer. I just want to stand here and chat. Almost fell. Okay, here's the deal, because if I slam my hand, it starts shifting. So, let me just say straightforward who the worst candidate overall is: Kanye West. Yes, I just said that, and yes, I have made a couple predictions of him. I did one of him versus Trump, then I did another one of him versus Joe Biden. Both ways he lost terribly because his only voters would really be young minorities, because I saw two kids in my school who had Kanye 2020 shirts, and this is because it's really only going to be his music fans who's going to vote for him. If he runs for a Democrat, if I could vote, I would not vote for him. He's best friends with Trump. I don't know, he would just not be good for running for president. But now let's get serious. So the worst Democrat for 2020 is, drumroll, Michael Bloomberg. It's settled. It's Michael Bloomberg because, I made a prediction of him versus Trump already, but I actually went too easy on Michael Bloomberg. I think that my prediction would be just spot on, except he'd also lose New Hampshire because he'd lose Colorado, he'd lose Nevada, he'd lose New Hampshire, he'd lose all these states. He'd lose the whole entire Rust Belt, even Minnesota. And here's why. He has a net worth of $47 billion. He can't identify with the average person. And I don't think he is going to run, because if he does run, I don't even see him winning any states in the primaries. He might have a shot at New York. Well, no. He'll win New York City's district. I know that because I was doing a survey across New York for Democratic primaries, and he was getting a lot of write-in votes for New York City. But I think he might just drop out after a few states. I don't think he'd make it to Super Tuesday. He might be popular because he's seen as the businessman centrist, and that's bad, but it's also good because he's the only person up there besides Howard Schultz, where he's like an independent. Worst Republican, Donald Trump. It's it, because Donald Trump cannot unite the party. Sure, he has an 80% approval rating, but most of these people, that 20% really doesn't like him, because you see, I made a video of him. He has dozens of Republican critics against him. They speak out against him, because I'm going to need you to think about it this way. So in 2016, Cruz was kind of the far right, we got to defeat ISIS type Republican, right? Rubio was the establishment Republican, but he was kind of loose on immigration, so he had Latino support. Kasich was a moderate, people, and Jeb Bush was also establishment, but people like Rand Paul were libertarians, and Trump was the, Oh yeah, the business dude who likes insulting people, because it seems totally right for someone like that to be elected over all these senators. How do you get elected president? This is a complete joke. And so there's Morning Consult, and it shows that his approval rating in each state has crashed since he became president. He has a negative net approval, meaning under 50% in every single state. And 538, he only has a 42% rating, which is currently the lowest in U.S. history for any president, except for Ronald Reagan. But Ronald Reagan's rating goes back up in a few weeks, at least at this time that he was president. So, also Gallup polling, the highest rating for him is, I believe, Real Clear Politics, which gives him 44%. I do know Gallup polling in 538 kind of give him 41, 42%. And his approval rating has been spiking up. It went up 1% on one day. But then, it's slowing down. It's just a State of the Union, okay? And he hasn't done anything bad. Because it seems that no matter what bad stuff he does, a few weeks after, everybody seems to forget about it. And they just go back to liking him. Parkland happened, right? The Charlottesville incident happened. The government shutdown, and he's so disliked. He's getting like 37, 39% approval ratings. And then a few weeks later, it's back at like 41%. Anyway, look, so not only Bernie Sanders has a 63% approval rating, people like Warren are in the 50s. Booker and Harris are slightly higher than Trump, and they also have way lower disapproval ratings because we also have to talk about how Trump is disapproved by over half of the country. When you have over half of the country publicly disliking you, how are you supposed to be confident you're getting reelected? Oh, many people say, oh yeah, but there are many people who don't approve of you, they'll still vote for you. True, but there are also many people that do approve of you that will not vote for you. They might vote against you because they're like, yeah, I respect you, but I'd rather vote for Kamala Harris. She's way more inspiring. Or Joe Biden, or whoever the nominee is. It's going to be one of the two of them. So he's not lucky. There's like no reason why people think that he should win in 2020. I mean, I made that video about him. I mean, he lost the popular vote. The Russians interfered in the election. I mean, come on, guys. Like, if he lost the popular vote then, how could he win it again when his popularity has gone like an airplane? Oh boy. And people like Mitch McConnell are breaking away from him, and Chris Christie, so that shows something. That, again, he is liked by most Republicans, but they'd rather, when they actually go to the primaries, they're going to rather vote for somebody like John Kasich or, I don't know, Larry Hogan. Right? I bet the people dislike him, again, really dislike him. Best Democrat for 2020. Oh boy, that's hard. I'm really between Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. And Sanders would be really good, but not as good as them because Kamala Harris is like this new energy. She could really unite the Democratic Party. Maybe not the progressive part, but she could unite the rest of it and kind of bring out all these minorities. While Joe Biden, he's like more criticized than her, but yeah, he'd get more wide range support. So I'm just gonna go with Joe Biden. I'm gonna say Kamala Harris. She isn't too well known. So that's for 2020 general election. Best Republican, I used to think it was Marco Rubio, and now I actually think that it's actually Mitt Romney. Hold on. He lost against Obama in 2012, like, really badly. But that's Obama. Nobody can mess with him. I mean, you try to beat him in elections to take out a bat and beat you up. It's that simple. There needs to be another Obama Democrat. But with Mitt Romney, he can unite the party. He could get the moderate votes. He's an establishment Republican. He's like, it's not like he's Jeb Bush, where he's a bit too nerdy. It's not like he's Rubio, where he's too loose on immigration. He's a perfect establishment. There's no Republicans like that. And he could get moderate votes. He could get establishment votes. He could get some even right votes. But he might not get Trump's hardcore base, which I used to think Trump was an extremist, but now I just realize he's its own kind of thing. He won't get their votes. But he will get far right votes because that's what Ted Cruz got in 2016. And Mitt Romney and Ted Cruz kind of speak similarly until the world, like spending more in the military and defeating terrorism. So he's going to get those Ted Cruz kind of far right votes, establishment votes, moderate votes, except for the Trump base. And he's probably still going to lose. Yeah, it's really interesting to actually talk about this whole entire thing, you know what I mean? Because you have many people running already. I'm never going to do a prediction of Pete Buttigieg versus Trump. I was going to do Richard Ojeda, but he withdrew from the race, like last month on the 25th. John Delaney, I've done versus Trump, but there are more and more people coming into the race, so I don't see the point of doing him. He's kind of like a corporate hack. If you want a corporate Democrat, he's your guy. As of now, I actually support Eric Holder for 2020, the former Attorney General under Obama. But I'm considering somebody like Jay Inslee because the biggest issue to me is gun control. There are no Democrats in 2020 who are talking about gun control. We're only talking about the economy this, economy that. I don't really care about that. I wanted to hear about gun control because ever since Parkland, I've been really strong on that. Also, global warming. That's why I love Al Gore. I really like Al Gore. He should have won because I saw An Inconvenient Truth, that documentary he made about global warming, which is true. Like, why do Republicans want to deny scientifically proven facts? I mean, I think it's because of money. Because you see how Democrats fight to help people, right? The common man. Republicans fight for power, money. You can't compare them because on a campaign trail, you never see a Republican saying, yes, we need to give civil rights, we need to end racism. No, who says that? Also, you think Donald Trump is not racist, just look at the Charlottesville incident where he was saying, it is so foolish. It would be foolish to remove those Confederate statues. They're beautiful. Yeah, I was getting a bit off topic, but gun control is the biggest issue to me. I want a Democrat who rants, like, really badly. They go like, global warming, ... They prove why Republicans are wrong. Put it to the side. Gun control, ... They prove why Republicans are wrong. Economy, ... Prove why Republicans are wrong. So I want the professional ranter who talks about gun control and global warming. So I like a Democratic version of Trump, except less childish version. Like, he's not gonna say she's bleeding out of her whatever. He's not gonna call him lying Ted, crooked Hillary. He's gonna say Rubio's an NRA toy. Many people are Trump's pets. You know what I mean? They're gonna be more direct, less childish. I want a Democrat like that for 2020. You could see I'm very opinionated because out of all the election prediction channels, I'm probably the most opinionated person, or maybe if not that, the most anti-Trump person. So yeah, my favorite politician is probably Al Gore. Well, he's retired. Then it's probably Maxine Waters. Not in the sense that I agree with her most, but I love how she was going against Trump. There's a video like she was really going on against Trump, saying, I don't believe anything he says. That's a bit too harsh, but I really respect her after that video. Also, Trump calls CNN fake news because they report facts. Just because you don't like something and they prove facts doesn't mean that they're fake. If anything, that means that they prove facts. Because facts are not fake. Here's why. Because it seems that CNN does not report fake stuff. You look at the news, they're actually saying real things, real events going on in the world. And Trump is like, oh, that's fake news. Because he doesn't want to admit it. So yeah, the Republicans' best hope is Mitt Romney. Democrats probably like someone like Kamala Harris. Republicans' worst hope is Trump because he's loved by them, but they don't seem to realize that when it comes to their general election, he's going to lose terribly. But in the primaries, he's going to destroy anybody else. That's why somebody like Romney is too scared to run against him. And Kasich and Rubio and Cruz. They're all like, oh yeah, I don't want to run against him. They're scared. Nobody can beat Trump. There's no person out there that can actually defeat Trump in the primaries. Nobody. He's going to win. But if Trump gets proven guilty in a Mueller investigation and he has to resign, or he's impeached, somebody like Romney will run, and he's the best hope for them. Trump is the worst hope for them. Democrats' worst hope is, again, Michael Bloomberg. He represents the centrists. He's going to have a strong base. He's going to have a strong base, but he can't expand. For now, I'd probably support, Eric Holder for 2020. Although I used to support Kamala Harris or Joe Biden. Guys. Thanks for watching this video, and bye. Because, again, Trump will win the primaries. But in general election, he's going to get destroyed.